My name is Quentin, Barabbas, Woodside. I'm a cultural icon.
Okay. Now, how did you get the name Barabbas?
For many years I worked in the hotel field as a busboy, and I used to wait for two waiters, and I used to go to wait very early, and I would set up the whole station for everybody. Put butter on the table during that thing, and silverware and fold and napkins. So when all the waiters and waitresses come to work at 5:30, 6 o'clock, the whole dining room is set up.
Oh, wow.
And one morning, Charlie, we were real busy. I will always remember Charlie in Cleveland here, boy. One day, Charlie came in, and he came with this big tray, and he looking for me to help him serve, put down the breakfast to the guests. I was all the way in the back with another waiter doing something else. And he said, "Come on, man, you just like a Barabbas. You all over the place. Give me Barabbas." And from that day, that stuck on me. And a waitress by the name of Miss Emily, she said, "Son, don't let them call you that." And then my, God rest the dead, my captain, which was Mr. Johnny Ferguson, he said, "Yeah, you look just like a Barabbas." And it stuck on me. And ever since then. And from then, I think I act the part as Barabbas, because I played ball and everybody, let's go Barabbas, very inspirational, playing ball, basketball, won the most stolen base, best shots, best outfielder, win the most trophy. Everybody came in Barabbas, shouting for me to steal the base. So it just stuck on me. And then in the sections, everybody wanted Barabbas to do something dramatic. So it really stuck on me as I go.
All right. Now, how did this all begin in terms of you falling in love with art and with Junkanoo? Where did it all begin, and how did you kind of find your inspiration?
Well, my brothers, my cousins, we all had a shack in my grandmother's yard. And then in my mom's yard, we had a shack, Junkanoo shack there, and my cousin yard, we had, so everywhere we go throughout the summer or the weekend or every day, it was a Junkanoo and I like. So my cousin Dick Dowell and my brother Steve and the late Stephen Woodside. That's how in our yard.
All right, so those were the persons that inspired you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, now, what was something most noble that they did?
Well, Dick Dowell, which is Leslie, he would carry the lead costume, one of the lead pieces for the Saxons. During that time, the Saxons used to carry, at least in the Wally, and the White Kings and music makers, they would have carried probably 7 to 8, probably 12 big costumes back in the 70s and the 80s. I wanted to be like my cousin who carried the big costume.
All right, makes sense. All right, now what music groups have you kind of been a part of, or you've played a big leadership role in terms of like community groups or on Bay Street groups?
Well, I've been a part of many. Grew up in the Boys Brigade, school band, CC school band. We had our own little junior Junkanoo group in the community. Showtime Marching Band, which is still around now. I formed, before I go there, the Wally Boys. I led the Wally Boys in the most of the best music under the scuba.
Oh, wow.
During when I was in the Wally back in the late 80s, early 90s, Mr. Cooper didn't have to worry about the music or big costume.
Because you had it.
I had it all, and then when we break off, we form Roots Junkanoo Group regularly in Sydney.
Wow.
All right, we form Roots Junkanoo Group. Then I break away and form Barabbas in the Drive.
All right. Now, throughout your career, have there been any big challenges that you've faced? Whether it be competitions or just, I know you briefly spoke upstairs with the parade coming up this Sunday, finding sponsors has been a big challenge for you.
Yeah, finding sponsors has been a very huge challenge for me, particularly like on my own. All right, I didn't really ask to be on my own. My young boys and girls in the community drove me back to the street as Barabbas at the time. When I say drove me back, I did resign from Roots because we wasn't living up to our aim and objective during that time.
Okay.
All right, we say we would do a lot of stuff for the young people, change Junkanoo in a sense, do outreach program. We wasn't doing that, and after a couple of members have passed away, and we wanted to reach out to the families and assist because they were great members of the organization. So they wasn't doing what we set out to do. So I just resigned. And then after, I had a lot of people just resign, and my wife said, you have to do something with
So
these
a lot of
people."
persons followed you after.
Correct.
Okay.
And then what we did, we went and formed a little group, supposed to be a fun group, and it turned into a competition, which changed the outlook of Junkanoo right now today. Because the young people say, "No, Barabbas, you and them young people ain't gonna do nothing." But we went there to Bay Street from day one, and everybody was afraid of us from then to now.
What
With
group is
music,
that?
that's Barabbas in the Drive.
Okay.
We're changing the music, faster, outside, doing the calls, be the voice group, do all of these stuff, and with the young minds. All right, so you hear all them different bass and rhythms and stuff.
That's all you.
All come from Barabbas in the Drive, and with these same people who no one give them a chance to.
All right, now this talk is not really about, well, it's about your career thus far, but have you been afforded a lot of opportunities? I know upstairs you spoke about your Bahamian Icon Awards and the key to the city and
opportunities are doing. I have done it all. When opportunities, our culture is very, very rich, and my brother and I and people around me is traveling the world, play for kings and queens and Jimmy Buffett on tour, presidents of the United States, halftime show Miami Dolphins, teaching in London, Colombia.
So how has the culture evolved from the time you started Barabbas in the Tribe and you joined the Roots Junkanoo group? How much has it changed since then to now?
Well, the costume changed because we only had 2 wheels back then. Now we have 4 wheels. Matter of fact, we didn't have no wheels.
Oh wow.
Now then it went to 2, then it went to 4, so we're building bigger costumes.
Okay.
Which ain't making much sense because we don't make that kind of money to
build the big costumes.
All right, but the artists, they go out of their
like big
mind and
costumes.
yes. So costuming, the calling of the parade, you kind of go down to Awaki afterwards. They used to call right down Bay Street, which was exciting. Then on top of that, we have the music with drumstick, which I could accept that one.
Okay.
All right, I could accept
So the
that.
traditional beating on the drums, what?
No, that is still there.
Okay.
But we have a new instrument that I don't know who created that one, but I call that one the konkalaka. They beat it with the drumstick. Everybody has a Junkanoo name for whatever come out new. So that one came out and we make them here now. Whoever produced that, it is a good melody to the music. It's added, not added to it. But I won't want to see nobody else beating no goatskin drum with a drumstick.
Oh no, that could never
All
happen.
right. The cowbells, they has changed a lot. We had flat broad cowbells now. They has changed. That gives the music different. Not much changes.
Do you think persons still have a love for the music as they once did?
Oh, the music, the love will always be there.
Okay.
The music love will always be there. There's nothing like this music nowhere in the world. Nowhere.
Alright, now give a few more questions left, but what would be your suggestion for persons my age or my generation and younger to kind of preserve our culture and preserve the Junkanoo culture especially?
What I will do, you mentioned love for it. We need to put it in curriculum from the preschool and let the children know the value of our culture, the richness of our culture.
Right.
Our prime ministers and ministers who in these positions need to understand that this culture called Junkanoo takes a lot of crime from the street.
It keeps people occupied as well,
Put
yeah.
money in people's pocket, bring tourists to our shores, take us to people. This is so rich that it's not being tapped yet. Even though I travel the world, all of it, now I have people coming to me to see us home here, how we actually build a costume, how we live. because they want to be a part of our culture. This is so rich that if the government understands what this could do for our country, they will jump on it immediately and assist people like myself and many other artists I can call.
And that
like
down there in the same situation as you
same
are.
situation. If the government gives each B leader a stipend, each B leader a stipend, I guarantee you will see this whole new province change around drastically. Because the B groups, each one of them in a community, they come from a community.
That is very true.
Would have about 2 to 3 Junkanoo groups: South Road, Fox Hill, East Street, Chippenham. And the good thing about it, we all come together and celebrate our culture, and we get to know one another. So my boys in Chippenham will know the people in Pinewood and Fox Hill and Soldier Road and Camp Road. So what it does, it brings you together. It brings peace and love. Because we do side berets, and we want to say, hey, I can beat you today. And then when we reach some fish fry, we sitting down, you drinking with me. So it's a good family, right. So if the government understands how powerful Junkanoo is, they will at least give each B group, I ain't say the 8, because theirs already spoiled.
Right, they already have that
yeah,
upper
they get
hand.
the big sponsors and whatever, but the big Junkanoo group, if they give each leader a stipend to do in the community, this country will change around from now.
That's good. That's some really good advice. Now, our last question is, what advice would you give young people who are as culturally inclined as you, so who have that same love for Junkanoo as you do? What would be your advice to them?
I'm going to tell, it is hard to give. I can give easy advice. Now, most of my teachers has passed on. All right? So that's a good question. And that's why I open up Junkanoo World, to teach it from the little ones, to show them to be better than me. And to be better than me, that's hard to do. All right? But if they get it from small, it's easy to do.
Right.
Because they will love it. And when they come and they see Barabbas travel to the world, and he's on front page magazines, and
they know what it can do.
Halftime show Miami Dolphins, play for the president, travel with Jimmy Buffett. I tell them I make mega bucks. I make more money in Junkanoo than crawfishing. I did 2 at the same time.
Oh wow!
All right. When they understand the economics of it and what it could do to impact their lives, I think that says a lot. And on top of that, you can take a handful of us and put smiles on people's face who haven't smiled for the year. You can imagine that. We play for the Center for the Deaf. We play for the Disabled Organization. We play for the old folks home and different things. Like when you put a joy on their faces,
and they appreciate.
It's not, that when a parent could come to you and say, "My Barabbas, this is the first time my child smiled for the year," it touched my heart, because I will always go and play for them free. All right, and we raise enough money to distribute 1,500 wheelchairs to David Knows. That's only one organization. We work with Sheila Cullen as well. So when you hear you can do those kind of things through our culture, it is real good, and I will encourage the young people to jump on board. Don't be frustrated. Like I said, we lost a lot of great leaders. Sammy Thompson, we lost Mr. Gus Cooper, we lost Mr. Jackson Blindside, we lost Mr. Paul Knowles, Dr. Roth, and I can go on and on. But these are the prominent names that people will identify immediately
with Junkanoo.
With Junkanoo. You call the Junkanoo groups right now, and you go to the Junkanoo groups, call a leader, they can identify who they are.
I actually don't even
Okay,
and
another side.
Those, the names that you called off, like you said, they've already passed on. Those are the persons that I knew.
Exactly. And if I go to Bay Street tomorrow, I will have people raising on the bleachers like, wow, one of us here. The only person left with icon that people could relate to is Percy Willa Francis in the Saxons. So when Percy go downtown, he has nobody to say, oh man, wait till Gus come, or wait till Barabbas come, or wait till Sammy come from the Makers, or wait till Paul Knowles come. All of these guys, or wait till Jackson come. All of these fellas already gone. That's why we have to build our B leaders and cherish them. and put them on a pedestal so they can be Gus, be a Paul Lewis, be a Jackson Woodside. Show them you appreciate them so they can continue doing what they do in the community without the funds.
That's some excellent advice. Wow. But for now, thank you so much for taking the time out to
Anytime.
sit down and answer these few questions for me. The information that you shared with me, I had no prior knowledge of, didn't know any of it existed. In fact, being at school right up the street, I've never stepped foot on your property at all. And the short time Quentin and I walked around, we were actually amazed by what was actually going on.
Are you saying that you be connected with TripAdvisor? I'm sending people here to see us. So you can go on TripAdvisor and see some of the interviews that the people shared here. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. When they come here, they cry. They sit on the floor.
Yeah,
because
the mosaic, the intricate
they
tile
go crazy.
Art, it's crazy.
Yeah, they love every moment of it. And when you see the people crying and listening to our story and reading up on some of the stuff,
that's when you know you've done something right.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. It's amazing, and it hasn't been toppers yet. You're talking to billionaires in this country. I'm born in being time. Never steal, never rob. I build this and I share my whole life with the young people. I could have very well been in life of tea if I wanted to. Didn't look at the people, don't care about the people. Just rake the money and take care of myself.
Right.
But I'm going to continue to pour into the young people, let them know.
Because a lot of times, because you're from this community, you feel the need to give back to
you have
hence
to.
You can because
you have to, because like I say, I play for kings and queens and festivals around the world. You know what it is to see bodyguards guarding you from thousands of people trying to hold you. You only could see it on television.
Right.
Jet coming for you to carry you. Private jet coming for you. I say, wow, only on television. And we living this. Our money we make is like, wow, this my money?
Yeah.
And then you see Martin Luther King say the black and white will unite, and then you go and you play the Jimmy Buffett, and you see the line of people just want your autograph and want to touch you. This ain't real. This ain't real. And you traveling on these big coasters and wow, like Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson. This is what I want for our children, to be better than me. Mm-hmm. Yes, I taste the money, I travel it, I experience it.
To pour that back into them.
Yeah, to be better than me. I don't need you to pat them on the back for good job. No, we already cut the way for them. This thing is rich.
They just need to take advantage of it.
It's rich.
We just need to take advantage of it.
Our culture is very rich. When people calling you in their country to open up their museum, come on, paying you good. And in London, we open up a museum in London, and people paying you good, and you on a tour. We joking. We joking in this country.